What's up, confessors? I just gotta give my thoughts on Wednesday's episode of Vanderpump Rules. Now, y'all know I've been watching this show since the day it came on. Since the night it segued from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills into Vanderpump Rules. When it y'all. Started off with Sheena and Brandy Glanville having a conversation because Sheena was, in fact, what? Having an affair with Eddie, Brandy's husband at the time. Okay? So let me tell you that this show started off with the most scandalous of scandalous, okay? And for some reason, we're making the biggest deal out of Scandival. Now, everyone calls it Scandival, whatever. I'm calling it Scandival because Sandoval. And I gotta say this first. When this show first started, I've been calling Sandoval Scandival from the beginning. It wasn't until season 4 or maybe even 5 that my sister had to correct me that his last name was Sandoval, not Scandival. So I've been calling this man Scandival since the beginning of time. So this is not new to me. So I call it Scandival because Raquel is very much a part of this, okay? And y'all want to, talk so much about her, but y'all won't let her in on this. This is Scandival, honey. Scandival. So let's just say there's something about her episode was a shit show. At the last half hour was a complete shit show from beginning to end. So let me get my notes out so I can just say what I want to say because I had so many things to say during the episode and I had to write them down because you know what? This episode was off the chain, okay? So Scandival, I'm just reading what I wrote. Scandival seemed like he wanted to break up, but he bitched out. That's how I feel. The scene where him and Ariana were talking and he was going through all of this stuff, talking about how they're grown apart and she doesn't like to do the things he wants to do and she's annoyed by him and he doesn't like to sing the same songs at karaoke she sings. I mean, that whole thing was just bad. And I feel he was really going to try to break up with her then, but he bitched out as he did every other time. And it just seemed so forced for him to go back and be like, okay, well, we're going to work it out. We're going to be fine. No, honey. No. And he wants to watch mushrooms and watch the sunset. And she wants to, watch Love Island. Big up to Love Island. I've never saw Love Island, but it must be the bomb because I cannot watch that. It seems like it's too many episodes. Hey, KK. Hey, girl. Hey. You see me up here early morning status. I'm trying something new. But do you watch Vanderpump or have you been keeping up with the Scandival situation? I'm calling it Scandival because Raquel is very much part of this too. But Scandival was frustrated the whole time having that conversation with her. And she seemed real cool, calm, and collected, like she the one who had the shrooms. And I'm like, okay, this dynamic is so off. And when he said at some point in the episode where, they've grown apart because they're completely two different people, they've grown apart. Yeah, y'all is completely two different people. Why did y'all think that was going to work in the long run anyway? Is what I feel. I feel that it was fun while it lasted because I don't know. It just worked for a minute because we all know Ariana wears the pants in this relationship, okay? And we all know that Scandival would probably love to wear the skirt. I mean, the whole drag thing, he was in love with that too much. Even though that was my favorite episode. That was the best episode when they all dressed up in drag for Schwartz's engagement party. Jack should not have done it though. It did not work in his favor. Anyway, and then he's wearing the lightning bolt this whole time. You know what? The whole lightning bolt thing, it was cute for a minute, but I think that part is cringe. Everybody knows how I feel about this whole situation. And I am in the minority, and probably people will have a ball blasting me if I actually told it in, the comments and things. I keep it to myself out the comments, but on here, this is my channel, so I'm going to say how I feel. And y'all figure it out by the end of the show of how I actually feel about this whole scandal situation. And like I said, it started off scandalous with Sheena being the homewrecker when she was messing with Eddie, Brandy Glanville's husband. Can we not forget that? And that's why I don't understand how Sheena herself can be able to parade, especially on her podcast, and talk about this shit like she is just the best thing smoking and they never done nothing wrong. Period. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. None of these people on the show got a pot to piss in when it comes to talking about this, because they all done wrong. They all done been scandalous and done something. But for some reason, we just want to make this the biggest deal. I mean, yes, Scandal is a freaking douche. That's who he is. But it's like, damn, Raquel don't deserve all of this that she is getting. She wasn't committed to Ariana. She wasn't committed to nobody else. Y'all won't smoke. Y'all have it with Scandal. Y'all can have some of it with Raquel, but all of that is given to her is not what's up for me. And that's all I'm saying. Okay, so Tom was laying groundwork with a convo with Tom and Ariana. So that was when Tom was having a conversation. You see, Tom ain't never had a conversation like this before about Scandal and Ariana before, okay? So now it's like all of a sudden, here we go. Tom Schwartz ain't never asked Scandal. Schwartz don't care. Schwartz going through his own stuff still with Katie. Okay, and that's a whole nother situation that we're gonna get into at the bottom of my notes. Okay, so okay, I just want to give a shout out to my sister real quick because she found this with the quickness for me when I needed it, when I thought of it. So on the last episode, when Allie and James were at There's Something About Her doing the little sandwich tasting test, and they were talking to Lisa. Remember when Lisa came in, okay? Now, there was a point where Allie did this thing, and it stuck out to me like a red thumb, a blue thumb, a yellow thumb, any color thumb from your normal thumb, okay, whatever. But does anyone even realize what I'm seeing here? This is Sex in the City at the top, when Charlotte and Trey were at dinner and she found the technique, okay? Now, Charlotte and Trey were at dinner with Trey's mother, and Charlotte picked up the technique from his mother. She put her arm on him, her hand on his arm, and she was able to sway him to what she thought. So this is Charlotte doing the same thing to Trey when she learned it. And this is exactly what Allie is doing to James. I swear for goodness. Because if anyone remembers, when they were having the conversation just between them two and she brought up therapy, he said he don't want it. He ain't got no problem. People think he needs to see it because of his Rochella proposal that went bad in front of everyone in the entire world, and he needs to deal with this and all of this. And he's like, he don't need therapy. And that was that. That's all we had seen. Now, maybe they edited it and we didn't see to where he finally agreed, perhaps. But skip forward to this scene when they are talking to Lisa and she mentions therapy and puts her arm on him. It's like she swayed him in her favor. Allie, go girl. You don't learn the technique. I ain't mad at you. And I thought that was just the funniest thing. And I got to give credit to my sister because my sister is a Sex in the City, guru. She knows the mistakes in the Sex in the City quiz box that was made. Anywho, she was able to tell me within like 10 minutes the episode and how far into the episode I needed to be to go find what I needed. So thank you, sister, for that. So yeah, let me get back to my notes real quick. My bad. I just spent too much time on that part. Anyway, so he's going to make us believe his best relationship. And so when Scandival said this is his best relationship ever, yeah, I bet you it was his best relationship ever. I mean, what other? Hey, Marcella. Hey, boo. Hey. Okay, so what other, relationship has he? I mean, Kristen. I mean, and we all know that was some bullshit. I forget about him and Kristen, but then again, how can you forget about him and Kristen? Why? Because him and Kristen were together when Ariana swooped in and stole him from Kristen. So again, why are we giving Ariana all of the special good girl treatment when you lose them how you get them, girlfriend? You lose them how you get them. Oh, girl, this is like my guilty pleasure. This is like my urban perspective because all the people on this show is white. But they is freaking crazy and entertaining. So again, Ariana, who was the second girl from the left on my side, if you're looking at my name, where my name is. Okay, that is Lala ass. My bad. Where is Ariana? Oh my god, they all look so. Oh my gosh, I guess that's Ariana on the end. Now do not look like her. That is crazy. This is an old picture, maybe. That's not even Ariana. Anyway, it don't even matter. The point is, Ariana is not the good girl anymore that everyone is pretending to be. She took Scandival from Kristen. Remember? Remember that whole thing. Scandival was straight up with Kristen, and here comes Ariana, and he used the same exact lines that he said he fell in love with Ariana that he is saying for Raquel. This is his MO, okay? This is all Scandival. He got issues, y'all, and y'all need to quit coming for Raquel so hard because I swear it ain't her. It's not her. So let me skip to finally where all the disaster strikes at the party. Okay, we're gonna get into that. So after everyone was doing a taste testing at There's Something About Her, they went down to Sir to have more drinks and test more sandwiches. And that's where everybody else, the rest of the group was. And so everybody was in the mix because this was originally supposed to have been the finale episode. Y'all can tell how it ended, that this was supposed to be the finale episode. Because everyone's in the room at the same time together. They're supposed to have some type of coming to Jesus piece, and everyone's happy and it goes off. But since the Scandival happened, that's why they picked up for that one last episode, and we getting that one extra episode. So anywho, so when Lala came in talking about, do you think a girl like my age can fall in love and be married for 40 years? And then Lisa's trying to have a moment to moment with her. And she's like, yeah, darling, if you such and such, if you put in the work and all of this stuff, you believe in all this stuff. And then the first thing she says is, because I want to have another baby. Lala, let me tell you something. Sit down, honey. You doing too much. First of all, take care of the one that you have. You talking about you going through all these situations and you're having all of these issues right now. Yet you totally see yourself for who you are, though, right? Because that's what you said. But you want to have a baby and then turn it all the way around. You don't want to wait for them So you just want to just go have a baby by yourself because you don't want to wait for him. Lala, honey, no. Just relax. You don't need to do nothing but keep doing what you're doing, raising your child, and keep doing what you're doing. Don't even bother. Anyways, the sandwiches did look bomb. Okay, so kudos to the girls for there's something about her. Let's not get that twisted. They do deserve their props. The nice space, the space looks bomb. Um, the sandwiches look good. Everything. So kudos to them. And I did like Ariana's shirt. Ariana looks so cute at the thing. I will give her that. She looks so cute. Even though she deserved to look cute because she's about to go through all of this shit. So you do deserve to look cute. You look cute, girl. I love that shirt. Yeah, so when Lisa asked Raquel if she wanted her to taste the sandwich to see if they poisoned it, that was too funny for me because I was thinking the same thing actually. Schwartz talking with Terry. He should have just been nice. He should have just been nice. That's the mama. Don't do extra shit with the mama. She up there crying to you. She's pouring her heart out to you, how she feels about her daughter and you, her now, ex-son-in-law, who she wanted to be part of the family forever. And it hurt her. It hurt her to see her child hurt. And it hurt her to lose him too, because Schwartz is a fun dude. He's a grown ass man boy, but he's a fun dude. He should have wore something different to the party, but he's a fun dude. He should have took a shower or actually washed the shirt or wore a different shirt altogether. Yes, he should have, because he said he was stinking and he put in on lemons while sitting at the table under his armpit, but he's a fun dude. I say all that to say also Katie should not be hurt because, okay, she should be hurt at his 12 years, but believe me, girl, you made the right choice too. Schwartz needs to grow up a whole bunch of a lot. Just because he owns, multiple shops or bars or restaurants or whatnot does not mean he is a grown ass man. He is not. And I want to say something else, but I won't. Yes, I will, because what the hell? I will say this. First, I ain't ashamed to say this. Schwartz may be how he is, and he may come off as this, innocent, boyish, grown, boyish type. But the way he laid into Lala a couple of episodes ago and gave her the business on what it really is and what she really needed to hear about herself, kudos off to him for that, because I was like, there's the Schwartz that needs to be out there more. Not that other one, the one that was being a bitch hiding behind the plant whistling while the girls were having a discussion. Yeah, that wasn't right, but we'll get there because we almost there. Anyway, let's just get there. So Raquel had a lot of balls at the end of this episode. The way she rode up to the table where Katie and her mother and Lala and all of her peoples were chilling talking, she came up and sat. She had a seat right next to her. Now tell me just why so candidly there just happened to be an open seat right next to Katie for Raquel to be able to sit down in the first place. I'm just saying. So Raquel sits down and she starts telling Katie how her sandwiches were bomb and all of this stuff. And at first I thought Katie was just about to be cool. And I think Katie was. But Raquel kept going. And I'm like, is this really happening? My jaw was on the floor, but then I was like, is this really happening? Because Raquel is not the type to really do shit like this. So that's why I want to say, oh my God, please don't say this is stage, because it kind of seems like that, because I never would see Raquel just going in like that. I mean, it just did. It seemed like it was too much for it to be true. Too good to be true, if you want to say it like that. And I just thought that when Terry, Katie's mom, got into the mix, That's where I was like, oh shit. And that's why Raquel said, oh God, like whatever she said when Terry started speaking. Because Terry should have stayed in her lane. She should have let her grown ass daughter handle her situation. Katie was doing just fine by herself. Terry did not need to come into the mix and start shit. She needs to stay in her lane because just like Scanval said, who's gonna come for Terry? Who's gonna come for Mrs. Maloney? So when she started that, she knew that probably, I can say what I want to say. Raquel is going to have some respect for me. But when she said, did our conversation we had mean anything? First of all, Terry, who are you to Raquel? That's why I don't understand. Who are you to Raquel to even feel she should have any emotion anyway? And so I'm like, I'm with Raquel at that point. Like, oh God, why is she even saying something? Katie was laying in on Raquel. So she was doing just fine. Why did she feel the need to get into her daughter's shit? It just makes no sense. Okay, so yeah, they may be a match. He went off a lot. Yeah, so Raquel looks uncomfortable talking with Ariana when they got to talking about her and Scandival. So that was kind of funny and real slick how she segued into that. So I just wanted to ask you, how are things with you and Tom? And so when oh, Ariana was telling her all her business, and it was so sweet. And I feel like that was kind of a little stage thing because we don't always see Ariana talking to Raquel like that much. But anyway, we're going to keep going with the momentum, right? So they're talking, and Raquel's trying to get to see what's really going on. And a lot of people want to get on Raquel, like, why didn't you say anything? You shouldn't have been doing it all. Okay, yeah. But that was Scandival's position. He is with Ariana. He should have told her. It shouldn't have to have come from the other woman. And yeah, you want to call her their friends, but let's be real. When Raquel first came on the scene, nobody was friends with her. They talked so much shit about her, especially Lala. You know how she disrespect her at Sir when she was all irate back in the day. And so for them to be all, oh, we're your friends, and how could you do this in a friend group and all of this other stuff? None of y'all was really your friend. And Ariana was just the nicest one out of all of them anyway. It's like the lesser of all evils. She was the nicest of all meanest, But Ariana's not a mean-spirited person. She's more just neutral. So of course, if she did have anyone, it would be Ariana. But it was like they were just the greatest friends that was never portrayed on the show. That's what I'm saying. So when she has said she doesn't want to have sex with a stranger, that is so true. A woman cannot just have sex with a stranger. You have to spend time with your woman and everything for her to want you to just want you that way. Most women, some women, I'm that type of woman too. So I felt where Ariana was coming from right there. But what I didn't understand is when Scandival said 4 times a year. 4 times a year? 4 times a year? Okay, if I have a live-in man who I've been with for 12 years, 4 times a year, now that's different because first of all, even though y'all may not spend the time together, he is not a stranger. You've been with this man for 12 years. So you telling me you didn't want none from him, but 4 times out of the year? And were those 4 times like special occasions, like birthdays and stuff like that? Because that's what Lisa said she used to do with Ken. Is that where she got it from? I'm just saying. But yeah, that's crazy. 4 times a year, stranger or not, you're gonna want it more than 4 times a year if you really want this man. And that's where I segue to want to say this, how I feel really about this whole Scandival situation. Yes, Scandival is wrong and he is a douche for this. Absolutely. Did Ariana deserve to be cheated on? No, she did not. No woman deserves to be cheated on. But I will say this. From what we have seen and from how I feel, Ariana is way much better off without Scandival anyways, okay? Ariana wore the pants in this relationship. I'm sure Ariana wants to be a woman again. And you can't be a woman when you are standing next to your boyfriend getting together in this getting wetter, Lord. Well, she did say he's still hot and she still likes it a lot. But if he's hot, then you want to have sex with him more than 4 times a year. But anyway, you're standing next to him in the bathroom, getting together, putting on your makeup, and you say, honey, can I use some of your eyeshadow? Come on. Ariana was the best man. Think about that. Ariana was the best man. Ariana is a guy's type of girl, okay? And Scandival is just too not man enough. I don't even know how to say it. It's too not man enough. So she deserves to be with a manly man type of guy. And Raquel, who has just gotten out of this shitty relationship with James, who's treated her like shit. Scandival's treating her very well and nice, and she likes it enough to where she is willing to have this happen to her. So they must really, really, really feel something for each other if this is happening. And like Katie said on Watch What Happens Live, they might as well give this a shot because they've gone through all of this. They may as well, right? So I hope they do. And Ariana seems happy. She's got all of these great things happening for her. She's about to be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars. You know, she's got the sandwich shop opening with Katie, and she's got so many other things going on. She was just at the White House dinner. I don't understand why Lala was there though, but she was there and she looked great. She got a shout out through a little comedy thing they had on there. So things are happening for her. And Raquel is miserable, as everyone is loving, I guess. You know, may she heal greatly. And I hope Sandoval is staying by her side through this because he is very much the 50 other part reason why she is going through this. So yeah, I hope they are doing good. And I wish them the best. I wish everybody the best in this situation. And I feel even though this looks the way it do now, I feel like everyone is going to have the best after this. Katie's going to find someone great because she needs a real man. Ariana is with someone great. Who knows if this is just a rebound or not, but she's not with Scandival no more, and that is great. Raquel can finally get love the way she wants to. And her and Scandival just seem a lot alike. So I see how they could mix. But however, when I look at it, I could see her with Schwartz too. Either one of them I could see her with, which is weird. And I still think Schwartz would have went for Raquel eventually if Scandival hadn't swooped in and cock blocked. I really think that was kind of a cock block because it was all about the whole, you know, Schwartz and Raquel at first. And then I think Tom was like, you know, I like Raquel moment and just was like, swoop, let me cock block real quick. You know, you're my boy. And I know you just got out of you in a divorce and all of this other stuff. I don't know. But oh yeah, so I did want to show this. So after all of this has happened, right? This happened on Bywick Hello Drama. Shout out to Bywick Hello Drama on Instagram. This is where I got this from. So Joey Maloney, who is Katie's brother, jumps in the chat and says, this might be the only time I use the hashtag at the end here, but I had to speak up about these garbage humans who act tough and talk to my mom and my sister like that when you are on camera, but you would never dare do that when your ego wasn't being boosted. Hashtag pump rules. So Terry jumped back in, which is Katie's mom, and she says, "Thank you so much, Joy, for all your love and support. If it was not shown in tonight's episode, but you step in and defend me upon Sandoval's vitriol attacks. Not only one time, but 3 times. So at the top, you see, why didn't we see this? And I'm wondering, why didn't we see this? I feel we should have saw this. I need to see this in its entirety. I know y'all can't show everything, but damn it, y'all could have extended this to at least an hour and a half. You might as well gave us that extra 15 minutes and watch what happened live. Could have just been 15, another whole half hour late, whatever. It wouldn't have mattered. It's all Andy shows anyway. He still would have been getting paid regardless. We would have been watching. So it's like, damn, it's still in the mix because we living this out again. You see, everyone's still hot about all of this. So, who, Lord Jesus. So then this happens. So Schwartz is filming another show, and it says that he had got a little wasted and said a couple of things that maybe he shouldn't have said. And so the reading is very small, so I'm gonna just read it. So word on the street is Schwartz is in Sydney, Australia, and was spilling the beans. He was at a bar on Tuesday night and shared he knew Rachel, that is Raquel's real name, but I'm gonna be respectful and call her Raquel still. He knew Raquel and Sandy hooked up on jacuzzi night, but Sandy told him it was a one-time thing. Schwartz was shocked by the affair and it messed up his relationship with Sandy. And I wondered, how is their relationship? Anyway, Schwartz and Sandy's is making no money. Raquel, is legit in a mental health facility and they are concerned about her harming herself. And lastly, it says he still misses Katie and wouldn't stop talking about her, but they aren't together. So there's that. I mean, he's been with Katie for 12 years. He's a battered wife. That's not funny to say that, but you know what I mean if you've watched the episode. So yeah, that's that. So I cannot wait for this finale. Whoo, goodness gracious. It's like I feel like Ariana's gonna relive this all over again and just be furious all over again. And with everything she's seen from the episode, is gonna be like 10 times worse. I really need to know, like, has he been trying to contact her at all? Even a little bit. I feel like he's giving her space. I think he knows that's the best thing. But here's my thing, okay? And it was just a thought I had. And I really was not supposed to go this long because I wanted to do Martha's Vineyard, but I guess I'll be doing Martha's Vineyard tonight when I get home. Let me say this because I gotta get ready to get out of here and get to work. Yeah. So we knew the whole rumor that we heard that it was a threesome that's really ignited this whole thing between Scandival, Raquel, and Ariana, right? We all heard that. Okay. My thing is, what if that's true? And what if that gets out? And what if they're not letting that get out? Because if that get out, that would totally not really work in Ariana's favor anymore. You know, if that was the truth and this got out, people might turn on Ariana because, like, we've been rooting for you this whole time, and here you were, you know, doing things with all of them. Now, you know, Ariana is bisexual. She came out as bisexual when she was like 3 years ago, even though her and Sandoval have been in a relationship for 9 years. Okay, I don't get that, but that's not for me to get. But let me just put that out there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And so I just don't understand. some of this, and I don't understand how people are jumping on the bandwagon for all of the castmates to um ride the coattail and make money off of this in their podcasts and interviewing, talking about it. Okay, interviews, talk about it's fine 'cause it's part of the show. But your podcast, you're making money out of it and all of this stuff. And it's like, does anyone really care that Raquel is, having trouble with it? She's in a mental health spot. It is mental health awareness month, I thought. So I'm just saying. But y'all just let me know what y'all think. I know my opinion is very, very unpopular. And I know people who run into this video are going to have some things to say. And that is okay. I love the conversation under my comments. And I don't have no problem with blocking or anything or erasing. So y'all do what y'all want to do. I don't care. But I'll be back later for Martha's Vineyard. And it's been real this morning, which I usually don't do. Thanks for watching. I'm out.